Zephyrion Thornwood. Chapter 1. Once upon a time, in the heart of the mystical Zephyrion Thornwood forest, nestled deep within a realm untouched by the hands of man, lived a young child named Lila. Lila was an orphan, her parents having disappeared mysteriously when she was just a baby. She grew up in the care of the kindly forest creatures who had adopted her as their own. The Zephyrion Thornwood was a place of enchantment and wonder, but it was also a realm of danger. It was a home to many creatures, including a pack of fierce and cunning wolves led by their fearsome alpha, Fenrir. These wolves were known throughout the forest for their cunning and ruthlessness, and they were feared by all who lived within their territory. One fateful day, while Laila was exploring deeper into the forest than she had ever ventured before, she came across a secret grove filled with the most beautiful flowers she had ever seen. Lured by their beauty and their sweet fragrance, she wandered deeper into the grove, oblivious to the danger that lurked nearby. Unbeknownst to Laila, the pack of wolves had caught her scent, and Fenrir, their leader, saw an opportunity to claim a new territory. With their sleek gray fur blending seamlessly into the shadows, the wolves crept closer and closer to the unsuspecting girl. Suddenly, Laila felt a shiver run down her spine. She turned and saw the glint of yellow eyes in the underbrush. Fear gripped her heart as she realized she was surrounded by the wolves. Her pulse quickened, and she knew she had to act quickly if she wanted to escape this perilous situation. With a burst of adrenaline, Laila darted away, her small feet pounding the forest floor. The wolves gave chase, their powerful bodies moving like shadows through the trees. Laila's heart raced as she ran, her breaths coming in short, desperate gasps. But Laila was not alone in this perilous race. The forest creatures who had cared for her sensed her distress and rushed to her aid. Squirrels chattered warnings to her, birds swooped down to distract the pursuing wolves, and a wise old owl guided her through the maze of trees. Laila's small, agile form proved to be her advantage, and she managed to evade the wolves with the help of her forest friends. Her heart pounded in her chest as she ran, but she refused to give up. She was determined to make it back to the safety of her woodland home. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Laila burst through the trees and into the clearing where her forest home lay. The wolves, unable to navigate the dense undergrowth, were forced to give up their pursuit. Laila collapsed to the ground, gasping for breath, tears of relief streaming down her face. From that day forward, Laila was even more grateful for the love and protection of the forest creatures who had become her family. She knew that she owed her life to their bravery and loyalty. As for Fenrir and his pack of wolves, they learned a valuable lesson that day, that the Zephyrion Thornwood was a realm shared by many, and that even the smallest and seemingly weakest among them could find strength in unity and the love of the forest. In the wake of their failed attempt to claim the Zephyrion Thornwood as their territory, Fenrir and his pack of wolves retreated deeper into the forest, nursing their wounded pride. They realized that the mystical forest held secrets and allies far more powerful than they had ever imagined. As the seasons passed, the balance of power within the forest shifted. The wolves became less aggressive, and a newfound respect for the other creatures of the Thornwood began to grow. Slowly but surely, the forest began to heal from the wounds caused by their territorial disputes. Laila, too, continued to grow within the forest. She learned the ways of the woodland creatures and became an integral part of their community. The bond between her and her animal friends deepened, and she used her newfound knowledge to help protect the forest from other threats that occasionally encroached upon its boundaries. Years passed, and Laila grew into a young woman of wisdom and compassion. She became known throughout the Thornwood as a guardian of its mysteries, a protector of its inhabitants, and a friend to all who sought refuge within its enchanted depths. Fenrir and his pack, having learned their lesson, eventually moved to a remote part of the forest where they could coexist with the other creatures without conflict. Over time, they too found a place within the intricate web of life that sustained the Zephyrion Thornwood. And so, the story of Zephyrion Thornwood became one of harmony and unity, where the strength of the forest lay not in domination but in cooperation. Lila's bravery and the bond she shared with the forest creatures served as a powerful reminder that in the heart of the enchanted woods, there was room for all to thrive and live in harmony. As the seasons continued to change, the Zephyrion Thornwood remained a place of magic and wonder, where the adventures of Lila and her friends became legends whispered by the trees and the wind, a testament to the enduring power of unity and the indomitable spirit of those who called the mystical forest their home. The years passed, and Lila's reputation as a guardian of the Zephyrion Thornwood grew. She continued to explore the depths of the forest, uncovering its hidden secrets and learning its ancient ways. With each passing day, she became more attuned to the rhythms of the woodland, understanding the delicate balance that kept it thriving. One day, a new threat loomed on the horizon. A dark sorcerer known as Malakar, driven by a desire for power, sought to harness the mystical energies of the Thornwood for his sinister purposes. He brought with him a horde of shadowy creatures, dark spirits, and twisted magic that began to corrupt the very heart of the forest. Lila knew that she had to act swiftly to protect the Thornwood from this new danger. With the trust of her animal friends and the knowledge she had gained over the years, she rallied the creatures of the forest to stand against Malakar's malevolent forces. The woodland creatures, who had once united to save Lila from the pack of wolves, now united once more to protect their home. Squirrels spread the word through the trees, birds carried messages to distant corners of the forest, and animals of all sizes gathered for a council of war in a hidden glade. Under Lila's guidance, the creatures devised a cunning plan. They would use their knowledge of the forest's secrets to create traps and obstacles that would confound Malakar's forces. They would harness the mystical energies of the Thornwood to counter the dark magic, and they would work together as one to defend their beloved home. The battle that followed was fierce and intense. Trees themselves seemed to rise up in defense, their roots entangling the shadowy invaders. Birds and animals fought valiantly, using their natural abilities to distract and confuse the enemy. Lila, armed with the wisdom of the forest and a heart full of determination, confronted Malakar himself. In a climactic showdown between good and evil, Lila's love for the Thornwood and her bond with its creatures proved stronger than Malakar's lust for power. With a surge of pure energy drawn from the heart of the forest, she banished the dark sorcerer and his forces from the Thornwood forever. The Zephyrion Thornwood rejoiced as the corrupting influence of Malakar's magic dissipated. The forest flourished once more, its magic even more potent, and the creatures within it lived in harmony and gratitude for the guardian they called their own. Lila continued her role as the guardian of the Thornwood, her adventures becoming legendary tales that inspired generations to come. The lesson of unity and protection she had learned from the forest creatures remained a powerful legacy, a reminder that even in the face of darkness, the light of love and cooperation could prevail. And so, the Zephyrion Thornwood continued to thrive, a place of enchantment and wonder, where the spirits of the forest and the heart of its guardian beat as one. As the years passed, the Zephyrion Thornwood flourished under the watchful eye of Lila and the united efforts of its woodland inhabitants. The forest's magic seemed to grow stronger with each passing season, and its reputation as a place of both beauty and safety spread far and wide. Lila's wisdom and knowledge of the Thornwood continued to deepen. She became not only a guardian but also a source of guidance for those who sought solace and wisdom within the forest's mystical embrace. Travelers, seekers, and curious souls from distant lands would venture into the Thornwood, drawn by its legends and the stories of its protector. With time, the forest revealed even more of its hidden treasures to Lila. She discovered ancient, forgotten groves where the trees whispered secrets of the past. She encountered rare and magical creatures, each with its own tale to tell. Lila's connection with the Thornwood grew so profound that she could call upon its magic to heal the wounded, bring comfort to the grieving, and offer hope to the despairing. Yet, the world beyond the Thornwood was not without its troubles. Threats to the natural world persisted, and Lila knew that her role extended beyond the forest's boundaries. She became an advocate for the preservation of the wild places of the world, using her knowledge and stories to inspire others to protect and cherish the natural beauty of their own lands. In the end, Lila's legacy was not just the protection of the Zephyrion Thornwood but a worldwide movement to preserve and honor the natural world. Her name became synonymous with the spirit of the wilderness, and her story echoed through the ages as a reminder that when humans and nature work together, they can create a world of beauty, wonder, and balance. And so, the legend of Lila, the guardian of the Zephyrion Thornwood, continued to inspire generations, a timeless tale of courage, unity, and the enduring power of a deep connection with the natural world. As Lila's story spread across the land, it reached the ears of those who were moved by her example and inspired by her connection to the natural world. People from all walks of life began to heed the call to become stewards of the environment, protectors of the wild, and champions of harmony between humankind and nature. In villages and towns near and far, communities came together to plant trees, clean rivers, and preserve the habitats of the creatures that shared their homes. The spirit of cooperation and respect for the environment, nurtured by Lila's story, led to the creation of nature reserves, wildlife sanctuaries, and sustainable practices that would endure for generations to come. Lila herself continued to wander through the Thornwood, nurturing its beauty and safeguarding its secrets. She shared her wisdom not only with the creatures of the forest but also with those who ventured to seek her counsel. Her presence was a living testament to the profound connection between humans and the natural world. Over time, Lila's story was woven into the very fabric of the Zephyrion Thornwood. It became a living myth, told around campfires and passed down through generations. Each telling added to the magic of the forest, reinforcing its status as a sanctuary for all who respected its boundaries and sought its wisdom. The Thornwood, once a place of peril and mystery, had transformed into a symbol of hope, a beacon of environmental stewardship, and a testament to the enduring power of unity and love for the natural world. And so, the tale of Zephyrion Thornwood and its guardian, Lila, continued to echo through the ages. It was a story that reminded all who heard it that in the heart of the wild, there was an eternal magic that could heal wounds, unite communities, and inspire individuals to become champions of nature's beauty and wonder. As the story of Zephyrion Thornwood and its guardian, Lila, continued to inspire people across the land, it also caught the attention of scholars, bards, and storytellers who sought to preserve its legacy. They recorded the tale in books and passed it down through their own generations, ensuring that Lila's message of harmony with nature would endure. The fame of the Zephyrion Thornwood began to spread even beyond the borders of the mystical forest. Travelers and adventurers from distant lands embarked on journeys to visit this enchanted place, drawn by the allure of its beauty and the hope of meeting the legendary guardian, Lila. Many who entered the Thornwood with respect and reverence for its natural wonders were granted an audience with Lila. She shared her wisdom, offered guidance, and instilled in them a deeper connection to the world around them. Those who returned from their encounters with Lila carried with them a newfound sense of purpose, a commitment to preserving the beauty of the natural world. In response to the growing number of visitors, a small village sprang up at the edge of the Thornwood, where travelers could find respite and learn about the principles of environmental conservation that Lila had championed. The village became a hub of education and activism, attracting individuals and groups dedicated to protecting the environment. Over the years, the Zephyrion Thornwood became not just a physical place but a symbol of hope and a catalyst for positive change. The movement that Lila had inspired within the forest had now spread far and wide, leading to a global awakening of environmental consciousness. Scholars and scientists began to study the Thornwood's unique ecology, seeking to understand its secrets and apply its lessons to the broader world.
They discovered new species of flora and fauna, some of which held the key to solving environmental challenges beyond the forest's borders. In recognition of her tireless efforts to protect and preserve the Thornwood, Lila was honored with awards and accolades from around the world. Yet, she remained humble, emphasizing that the true heroes were not just individuals but the collective spirit of unity among people and nature. As Lila aged gracefully, her connection to the Thornwood deepened further. She became part of its ancient tapestry, an embodiment of its enduring magic. And so, the story of Zephyrion Thornwood and the guardian named Laila continued to inspire generations, reminding them that by cherishing and protecting the natural world, they could create a future of harmony, beauty, and wonder for all to enjoy.